YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Steph, and we're back with another video today, man. So today's topic, we'll be talking about staying out of sight and staying out of mind. Staying out of sight, staying out of mind, staying out the way. It's tomato. Still, what do you mean by staying out of sight? Staying out of sight, staying out of mind, staying out the way. So it'll come to a point, and if it don't come to that point, that's because you're still asleep. But it'll come to that point to where you feel like you don't have your life together or have your life how you want it to be. Like you're kind of like settling in a way. It'll come to the point to where you feel like you're settling and you're just going through the motions. So it'll come to that point to where you feel like you just need to stay out of sight, staying out of mind. Currently, I am in that mind frame. I'm not where I want to be. I'm settling. And I'm happy, but like when it comes to like working, like I want to do YouTube. I want to be like a content creator and shit like that. So your average 9 to 5 and shit like that, that shit, it kind of pisses me off that I have to do this shit. And that's why I upload the way I upload. Like I just make sure I for sure upload, because it'll come to that point to where you will dead ass get tired of that shit. To the point to where you will be miserable in your life because you have to do that shit every fucking day. Every week you have to do that shit besides 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And then sometimes you might have to go in Saturday, so you only get probably 1 day out the week to really just relax and just be to yourself. But other than that, bro, you have to go in and do that shit, because the way they set this shit up, bro, they made bills. Nigga, we used to live off the land. And now, since they civilized us, bro, they really just, they ain't do shit but put us in a system and made us their slaves. It just, the slave mentality is not physical now. It's mental. Like, it's the music we listen to. It's the things that we bring into our lives. So, like, let's say if you watching like a certain movie, like a certain TV show, and it's like got dark shit in it, you're allowing it into your life. So staying out of sight, staying out of mind, basically you just at a point in your life where you just don't want to be seen. You cool with being alone. You cool with isolation. And for the most part, you don't really interact with people like that, to the point to where human interactions, they'll be hard for you because you'll go so long without doing it, unless you at work or some shit. And when you at work, you kind of have to do it because you have to interact with your coworkers. In one way or another, you're gonna have to interact with them. So you really just gotta adapt your mind to the point to where you're comfortably doing something that you don't want to do, but you have a plan and the plan might even take a while for it to actually kick in, but you have a plan of what you really want to do instead of doing what you're kind of forced to do. Because how I see it, bro, I feel like we all should be entrepreneurs. And when they be like, we all can't be entrepreneurs, shit, yes, we can. You just gotta find something that doesn't feel like work to you and make a business out of it. Whether that's making shirts, whether that's making action figures, sculptures, farming food, shit like that, farming, weed, drugs, shit like that. Health things, so like herbs and stuff like that. We all can be entrepreneurs, bro. You just have to find something that doesn't feel like work to you. And that's why I say staying out of sight, staying out of mind is very helpful, because if you always in the mix, if you're always around, you're not taking time out for yourself. If anything, you're feeding other people's, not egos, but you're feeding other people's lives. Still, what do you mean by feeding other people's lives? You're feeding their energy. So basically, they might not even have no energy, but you being around them, they get energy from you because you have so much energy, and you might be the life of the party. The life of the party feeds everyone. If you're the life of the party, you feed everyone, because everyone feeds off your energy. Everybody doesn't have that thing about themselves where they don't need a person to make them feel good, or they don't need a person to bring their energy up. They naturally like that. You have to be able to do that. If you're not able to do that, you don't really... I'm trying to figure out how to put it. You don't really have no self-peace. Like, you can't really sit with yourself. You have to be around people. And you have to be around people to feed off their energy, to feed off the life of the party. That's why I say staying out of sight, staying out of mind, just taking time out for yourself, staying to yourself, shit, meditating, grounding, reading, sitting in silence is very helpful. Because those are the things that can really benefit you, give you more energy without taking energy from anyone else. So why would you want to take someone else's energy when they put in the work for their energy? They work for it. So why do you feel like you're obligated or entitled to their energy? Go get your own energy. Find your own self-peace. Find stuff that you like to do that brings you peace, that brings you energy, that brings you pure happiness. Being able to do that, you will be able to do a lot of things that a lot of people can't do. Some people can do it, but a lot of people can't do it. Because for the most part, people be asleep. People don't be aware. They just be in the way. And I take pride in isolation. I take pride in being alone. I don't like people anymore, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, once my YouTube and stuff like started taking off to where I'm getting like good views and I'm actually progressing in shit that I want to be, me being able to actually just being a full-time content creator rather than being part-time. That's where my true happiness will really kick in at, because at that point I don't have to, because you have to understand, you as a content creator, bro, full-time content to where you can pay your bills off this shit, bro. You dead ass won't even have to interact with people unless you want to. Unless you want a pop-up shop to where you tell fans to meet you, not even fans, you tell supporters, because I believe like the people that subscribe to you, they're not your fans, they're supporters. They support you. That's the reason why they subscribe to you, because they took a liking to you. So I feel like you should always pay them back, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. You won't be able to wake up when you want to. You won't be able to go to sleep when you want to. You won't be able to make videos when you want to. And with the whole being full-time, you won't have to interact with people. I mean, yeah, you'll have to interact with your chat and shit like that if you're going live. But if you're not going live and no shit like that, bro, you dead ass won't have to talk to people. You dead ass can be the distant person that people remember, oh, that's such and such. Bro, I ain't seen that nigga in years. That nigga do not be around. That nigga do not be in me. That man, that might be out of sight, out of mind. This the point. There is a reason for being out of sight, out of mind. You have when you spend that time isolating yourself, not around people, you're finding yourself. You're finding what truly makes you happy. You're finding your true self. Who are you deep down? Finding out who you are deep down is one of the most important things you can do, because at that point you understand yourself. You value yourself different. Cause there was a point, I ain't gonna lie to you, there was a point where I didn't value myself. I was a people pleaser. I wanted people to like me, so I would do shit for them, or I overdo things that I didn't have to do to be liked, and that was wrong with me. Cause why the fuck would I do myself like that? That's loser shit. You wanting to be liked, you wanting to be accepted. Fuck these people. They don't matter. If they're not day ones that you came up with, fuck them. Or even some of them, like, once you grow, like, not once you grow, but like, once you get up in age and shit like that, because I don't believe in the whole grown and shit like that, because you're basically saying you're grown. You have grown. Basically, you stop growing. But no, you never stop growing. You're always learning new things. But like I said, back to that, even people that you probably came up with, y'all start to go different routes. Y'all start to see things different. Y'all see things from different perspectives. And that could cause a rift within your friendship or even your relationship, because you and your partner might not see things, in the same way. And it's okay to agree to disagree, but once you see them going down a completely different path and you're going a whole different route, and you seeing the route that they're going down, it'll just really it'll really fuck your mind up. You're like, damn, I don't know this person anymore. And it can be that way, especially like if a person wake up like to the Matrix and shit like that, like you understand what's going on in the world and shit. A lot of people, they don't really be trying to hear that shit because it has nothing to do with them. It happened. They can't do shit about it. They don't feel a way about it. They don't care. It didn't happen to them, so they could care less. And it's pretty fucked up if you think about it. And I try to tell people, bro, you can't think like that, because those are our ancestors. Like, what they went through, you should care, because it correlates into today's world. All of it. Racism is still here. Sundown Town still exists. This is hell on earth. The most egregious, the most vile, the most violent things happen here. And it might not be happening directly to you, but it's still happening. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. Like, it's still happening. It might not be happening to you. You might be good and shit like that, but what about the other people? Don't their lives matter too? Yeah, bro, it's just staying out of sight, staying out of mind, because people don't see shit the way you see it. They'll probably see it in a whole different way. And it'll fuck you up if you don't understand what's going on. And it'll hurt your feelings. It'll really like fuck your life up to the point to where you'll see things for what it is and not what you want it to be. And that's what I was telling. So I was telling my nephew, because me and my nephew, we kind of think the same when it comes to this matrix shit, this earth, this planet Kai, this earth, this matrix shit. I was telling him, you can't go down. You can, but you have to be prepared to not be able to take those magical glasses off. Once you go down those rabbit holes and you start to learn things and you starting to put things together like naturally to the point to where won't nobody even have to tell you, it'll just mesh. You'll understand why this happened, why this is connected to this, and shit like that. It'll fuck your life up because you'll become too aware of where you at. And that's why I was telling him he's still growing into his own person. So I was telling him don't go down those rabbit holes because you still got a lot of life to live. I do too. I ain't shit but 24, but I'm at the point I let things come into my life. I'm not out seeking for things. Like, I let it come to me. I don't go out looking for it because when you go out looking for it, you damn near gonna run into some shit worser or some shit like that. Not all the time, but for the most part, yeah. So I just kind of let things come to me, whether it's people, blessings, stuff like that. I never stop being a good person because that's what my mom raised. My mom raised a good person. She raised me with morals and shit like that. And once you figure out people don't really understand where you're coming from, that's where the staying out of sight, staying out of mind thing comes in. Because you'll really understand that people don't get you or they don't understand you. And for the most part, they won't even try to. They'll just be like, I don't know what's wrong with that nigga. His ass crazy, something wrong with him. And for that, when it comes to that, bro, once people get to talking like that about you as a person, you have to bag up away from them because they'll say shit like that, but still be cool with you and shit like that. Still want to have like a friendship with you and shit like that, but they'll use you as a topic of. They'll use you as a topic of conversation when it comes to talking about things. And once shit hit the fan and people really get to thinking, they'll get to thinking about what you said. And they be like, damn, that nigga wasn't lying. Like, that nigga was telling the truth. And it was like, yeah, nigga, I was telling the truth. You don't want to enlighten your people, but something you have to understand, all of us aren't meant to wake up in this lifetime. Some of us are still meant to stay asleep and come back and do this shit all over again. Me personally, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. Because once you go through enough stuff down here on planet Kai, on Earth, on this realm, because things will feel permanent, but it'll be so temporary. Because that's why I tell people, like, some people aren't meant to always be in your life. Some people are meant to be in your life for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. And then there's people that are meant to be in your life forever because God sent them down here to... He sent y'all down here to keep each other in line, in a way. And without even being verbal, like, you know you can't do this because you know your homie, you know he'll be on your ass for doing some crazy shit or for doing some shit that really ain't you. It's just you, those, because your thoughts not really your thoughts. Your thoughts are stuff that you interpret, stuff that you have fed into, paid attention to before. So when you learn, and once you understand that your true friends, they are meant to be in your life forever, and y'all are meant to keep each other in check, and y'all meant to make sure each other good, because as a man, being out here, it's probably one of the hardest things you can do, being a man. And especially in this time, in this era, it's probably the hardest thing you can do. Because no one really loves a man until they're dead. Something like that, or medically fucked up or mentally fucked up. No one really cares. They care about what you can do for them. They don't really care about you though. So you have to understand that, and you have to come to terms with that. It's something my granddad taught me. They ain't gonna love you until you dead or some shit. Until you dead or you're seriously hurt or, something like that. Other than that, people don't really care about no fucking man. Care about what you can do for them. What do you have to offer? That's why I say stand out of sight, stand out of mind. Let things come to you. Don't go out looking for things. Let it come to you. Because once you go out looking for things, that's where shit gets to get fucked up and twisted around and shit like that. And I just wanted to tell y'all that I had that download for y'all. I'm going to make another video tomorrow since I'll be off. Yeah, bro, just stay out of sight, stay out of mind. Stay to yourself. Figure yourself out. Peace, bro. When I say isolation is one of the best things that can happen for a man, one of the best things that can happen for a man. Because you don't have to worry about no bullshit. You don't have to worry about nobody playing in your face. You don't have to worry about fake people. Because it's just you. You, yourself, and yourself. You, yourself, and yourself. That's all that's there when you're isolated. You can let people in your isolation space. It's just you have to be selective of who you let have access to you. That's another thing I forgot to tell y'all. It's having select people have access to you. Everyone shouldn't have access to you, because that depletes your value as a man, as a person in general. A lot of people having access to you, not a good thing. Only select people should have access to you. Because everybody don't give a fuck about you. You might be useful. Like you as a nigga. A female, they don't really want you, but she like how you fuck with her. She don't care about you. She just care about how you make her feel. Some women, they have lust demons on them like some men do. And it'd be hard to control the lust for some people. Me telling y'all that, I'm one of those type of people. I have a problem with lust. But yeah, bro, with the staying out of sight, staying out of mind thing, it helps you figure yourself out. It helps you learn yourself better, learn people better. Because when you isolated, you will know who really fucks you or not. Because they'll probably call you, check up on you because they haven't heard from you in a while, such and such and shit like that. If I'm being completely honest with y'all, bro, it's only one person that I actually talk to consistently on like a day-to-day or every other day, or Monday, don't talk Tuesday, talk Wednesday, don't talk Thursday, talk Friday. And it's my mom. That's the only person I really just talk to on a consistent basis. I don't talk to everybody on a consistent basis. Because the person I've turned into, I love I love lonely. I love being alone. I love loneliness. That's where my peace is at. When I'm alone, when it's just me and I can't hear shit, I'm just here by myself. That's where I have the most peace at, because I don't have to worry about nobody talking. I don't have to worry about nobody bothering me. And shit like this, staying out of sight, staying out of mind. And it'll help you in the long run, because it'll teach you, especially like us as men, we can do everything a woman can do. Well, not everything a woman can do. Like, I'm just saying, like, the basics. Like, we can clean up behind ourselves. We can cook for ourselves. Shit, we really don't need a woman for sex, for real, for real. You really can just use your hand. And that's something they don't realize once men become to the point to where they see, like, women just be wanting someone to support them or fund their lifestyle, and us as men, we come to that point where we just be like, no, I'm cool. I might use them to fuck or some shit like that, but other than that, no, I don't want no ties to you or access to you. Because if you give the wrong woman access to you, she would drain you mentally and physically. To the point to where you'll question life. You'll be wondering, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Been there, done that. That's why I tell y'all, like, us as men, we have to run a strict program, because if we don't have respect for ourselves, how can you expect women to have respect for us? If we don't have respect for ourselves, they see we treat ourselves like crap. If they see we take care of ourselves, but like certain things we'll just let slide, or we don't really put that much thought or care into, they'll use that against you, because they see what type of person you are. You're a business type person. You're a strict program type person. But if you put this strict programming down, they'll be like, oh, this nigga ain't shit to play with. He'll just leave, like, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about being wrong. That's where they'll tighten up, because at that point, they'll figure out they'll never have one. And I've come to the point, if I have to be alone for the rest of my life, I ain't fucked up about it. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that. I love y'all. Y'all stay dangerous. We are one. Ashe. Our Lord and Savior. Positive energy always create elevation. Free with Shah Jamal White. I love you, Source. You made everything. You made the whole universe. You made all of us. We are an extension of you. In your name. One. Step on.